What is? I mean, but no, it just. Anyway, we're here.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Well, Jesus Christ, I can't believe it. You are listening to a couple things. Vinny Barberini, Michele Scabarelli. Um, I want to be honest. I know it's April 1st, April Fool's, so this is gonna sound like a joke. That's not our real names. That's not our.
I was like, where are you
I
going with
feel
this?
like I'm just lying to everybody. We're living this lie, and it's just like I can't do it anymore. I
As
can't
far as
do
you
it.
guys know, those are our names, okay?
That's who we are.
My
Witness
alias.
protection program. It's a
Exactly.
whole thing.
Look, we release a lot of confidential information in this podcast, so we don't want no one to know who we are.
We don't know who we are. My real name is Sandra Bullock. Tell me that's not the most random name you've heard. But Barberini, Scabarelli, we're here, and you know what episode this is?
This is episode 12 or 13?
You're so close. 13.
13 on April Fool's.
Oh, I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
Now let me ask you this: are you a superstitious?
Oh, you know I am.
extrafrigil-
Baby, I flick the lights 5 times every time I enter a room.
No, first of all, that's OCD. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a different
No,
podcast.
it's to keep the podcast. It's to keep the ghosts out.
To keep the podcasts out.
Yeah,
That's too many podcasts. There's too many podcasts. So I guess my question to you is, what's the biggest superstition like you believe in, or like you feel?
Remind me again what superstition? Because
So think of it this way: let's say you and I are walking, and I walk on the left side of a street pole, and you walk on the right, and then we stop, and you're like, no, you got to come back around because we can't split the pole. Like that's a superstition. Like that's bad luck.
Okay. Or like if
you're
you
wa-
see a black cat and
If you see a black cat, if you walk under a ladder, if you're a fan of the Green Bay Packers, that's just
fuck. I feel like I am superstitious, but I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything specifically, honestly. Can you think of anything that I do or say?
Not, I mean, well, no. This is for you. Like, there's not much you could do that'd be like, oh, that's bad luck. Like, you shouldn't do that. I would say walking under a ladder is something I still think about.
Oh no, I wouldn't even know that. I wouldn't even know that's a thing. I know I pick a penny, find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck.
That's true. I used to believe in that, but then where are the pennies gone?
That's true.
Where'd you go?
Department of Treasury, where are the pennies?
They're like, hello, we outlawed them.
No, but find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. And I say that little riddle in my head when I find a penny, and then I was like, and then I panic if it's a nickel or a quarter or a dime, because then I'm like, what's the riddle? What am I supposed to say with these? Are they not lucky if I pick them up? Am I gonna die if I pick them up? But also, it's a quarter. All the cart money.
For me, in my position, I'd be like, oh, see a penny, pick a penny, right? But then you see a nickel, it's like, should I turn this into the police? Someone lost this. Someone lost a nickel.
Yeah, but or like if a penny, I think it was a Popeye episode. I used to have as a kid old cartoons like Betty Boop, Popeye, whatever, like in VHS, and it was just like a whole bunch of little like 10-minute cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I remember one where it was Popeye and what is it, Olivia? What's his little girlfriend's name? Olivia.
Oh, olive oil.
Olive oil.
Which go ahead. I got a funny story about a friend of mine.
But she picks up a penny, and it was something about like if the penny is upside down, then it's bad luck or something.
Yeah, I've heard that one. It's just like if you see the head, it's good luck if you pick it up. But if you see the tail, run in the other direction.
Then I'm also like, well, it's a shiny penny. I could use it, you know?
No. So when it's ass up, it's actually less than a penny. It's worth less. Yeah, that's true. But you want to take a guess as to why people have a fear, or like where this 13 unluckiness Friday the 13th came up?
Sure, yeah.
Take a guess.
Oh no, I am not fucking.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, good. I'm not even ready. Okay. Primarily originates from ancient religious and cultural myths. Notably, the most notable is the Last Supper, because there was
13 disciples.
There was 12 people there, and if you add Judas, he was number 13.
Okay.
And what is Judas known for?
Okay.
That
okay.
backstabbing bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of that 13th guest. Judas betrayed Jesus. And Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm.
So Loki, he's the 13th guest, causing chaos. So. Yeah,
So
a
it's for
little
13.
number
Okay.
13 for
Interesting.
number 1 of the month, if you know what I mean.
So let's just say that in the teacher world, there is a big superstitious about when it's going to be a full moon.
What?
And when it's a 13th, Friday the 13th, and it's a full moon, it is chaos in the classrooms. And
Are you talking about
it
the
has been
kids or the
proven.
teachers?
Maybe a little both.
I feel like it's more the teachers like going crazy. It's just like, oh my god, the weekend's almost here, and now it's only Friday the 13th. This sucks. These little monsters I got to deal
I don't
with.
know. I don't know. No, but
Well, so what was it about? Like, so like, tell
it
me your
was just like they
experiences.
were just like extra hyper and just like not listening and just like, just like headache type of situations where you're just like, oh my
Hmm.
God, I want to go home and put a beer in my hand.
Now, are you saying like because it was the 13th, or because it was always Friday the 13th when that happened?
So if teachers knew that a full moon was coming up, instant panic. Did you guys hear it's gonna be a full moon tomorrow? Blah blah blah.
That's hilarious.
And then it was even more intensified if it was like, did you guys hear it's going to be Friday the 13th and a full moon? And then people are like, oh my God. And then there's teachers throwing papers up in the, like,
Well, yeah,
panicking down the hallways.
of course,
That
there's
happened.
chaos when you're throwing paper everywhere. Maybe don't throw paper everywhere.
That's so, yeah, there was that, a little bit of that.
Okay, I feel like that came more from the teachers though. I feel like the teachers just believed in that too much, and so they put that energy out there, and then the kids come in and they're like, and you're just like, oh no, devils! But like you kind of created that.
I think so.
I blame the
I think,
teachers. I feel like teachers don't take enough responsibility for
oh my God, you know what? Don't even start. Don't even start. No, I think that, no, I think the energy may be a little off on those days where it just happened to be, again, it's a superstitious. So maybe it was just a coinky dink.
I will say it does sound dumb to be like, oh, 13th, the number 13th, and all
Yeah.
these buildings, they don't have a 13th floor or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
also, history has shown that like bad shit has happened on the number
Seriously,
13th.
yeah.
Just, but my thing is, growing up, I always thought it only counts. Friday the 13th only counts if it's in October. You ever thought of that? Or you were just like any.
Any.
No, like growing up, it was just always it has to be October, and then it would be like April. It's like, oh my god, Friday the 13th is coming up. And I'm just like, okay, what is that? Like double Easter? Like, what the hell do I care about? It's April. Like, who?
I
I
know.
don't know. I don't know. That's just one of the things. But you know what? Let's get out of the unlucky topic before we become unlucky.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't know if this is a superstition, but I do feel like, you know what I believe in? I believe in the law of attraction. The more you think about it, the more you talk about it, like the more it happens.
Yeah.
So if we keep talking about this, something unlucky is gonna happen.
You know what? Yeah, I believe in that one too.
Okay.
I believe in that.
So
Yeah.
we-
So when people are like, you're being negative or whatever, I gotta get myself out of that negativity funk because then I'm just like, something's gonna happen if I don't stop.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I agree with
100%.
that. Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here. So let's talk more about you. I feel like recently you had a retirement. Not you.
Okay, so I really, really need people in the comments this time, and I'm not saying it just to say it, but
But we need opinions.
honestly,
We need
I
perspective.
really need an opinion to know if I'm a cold-hearted bitch.
Let's just say of those 3 words, one of those is right. I'll let you all decide what the husband thinks
But
of his wife.
I have a job, and
Yeah.
somebody in my department, in my where I work, retired. And now my automatic reaction is just,
Jealous.
it's just like, oh my God, congratulations. But then 2, I'm like super jealous because I cannot wait to retire, right?
Yeah.
If I could figure out how to retire by 40, which is in another 3 years, I would try to figure that out so fast. You have no freaking clue how fast I want to be able to retire. But,
I mean, who doesn't want to retire? I wish I could just retire right now.
but anyway, we knew his retirement was coming up, this person's retirement, and like great man to work with, like full, lots of respect and
Very
everything.
friendly, good person,
Good
comrade.
person, like very knowledgeable. But he worked with our company, let's say, for 37 years, which is a very, 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 very long time.
Mhm.
And we were able to celebrate him in different ways. There was a lunch planned for him earlier this week, and it was my remote day. I didn't want to lose out on my remote day, so I didn't end up going, which I know makes it seem because I was the only one that didn't go.
So
But
should we write that down as probably the first
probably the first
of
thing of
you
like,
might
am
be
I a
cold-hearted
cold-hearted bitch? Okay.
CHP?
But again, I've only been at this job for a little over a year and a half, so I know he's worked there for 37 years, but at the same time, I'm like, I haven't built that really close relationship to be like, I'll lose on a remote. I'll switch my remote day, or I'll lose out on a remote day, or any sort of that kind of thinking. So okay, maybe that's my number one. I'm a cold hearted bitch. I'm
I was
just
gonna
like,
say you're not really helping your case.
but anyway, this
Nah.
is my thought process. And come on, I'm not the only person that thinks like this. Okay, I'm not the only person that thinks about yourself first before thinking of anybody else.
They always, I mean, growing up, they always say you gotta think about number one before you think of anyone else. You
Exactly.
gotta think about number one.
So anyway, selfish. So anyway, this happened, and okay, and also I don't love being emotional. I hate crying. You know when it's valid for me to cry? When I'm pissed off. If I cry and I'm pissed off, you better run for the moon. You better fucking run, because
Practicing running.
but usually to me crying comes when I'm mad. And I try very hard to not cry for other reasons. Unless there's a very sad dog movie or dog video or animal video, then I'm like crying tears. And
I feel like if you're looking for those videos, you're also a monster. But like,
I'm not looking for them. The fucking algorithm pops these fucking videos. I see one and I literally scroll past it and more pop up. Like,
Scabarelli, you can use all these big college words like algorithm. There's no hiding the truth.
But anyway, I'll hurry up because I feel like I'm taking too long.
This is a podcast.
But anyway,
Talk.
this man retired, and there was tears and all that stuff, which I would have ran in the other direction, because I'm not somebody that consoles you if you're crying. And that's just who I am naturally. I get it. I don't handle tears very well.
I think that's better. My sister will laugh at you if you cry. She does that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I will say I've been there too. Like, because watching grown people cry is so awkward.
Yeah.
And it's actually gotten to a point too. Like, people are crying. Like, if it's something. Say, for example, this is a little off topic, but like, let's say we're at Thanksgiving and we like to do our little circle and say what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
My sister and I can't look at each other. If we look at each other, we're laughing, and it's a moment of seriousness and being great. So we're always just like, so yeah. So this retirement thing, and he's just like, all right, well, I'm leaving.
Well, and that was like the other reason, is that I knew that it was going to be a sad moment, so I didn't want to.
You kind of protected yourself.
Switch to protect myself in a way, and then I've been invited to funerals. And I don't go to them because I can't deal with the crying. I will send you my condolences in a Facebook post, okay?
Yeah.
I will text you my condolences, but don't expect me to be at the funeral.
You know what? I hate funerals, not for the reason you think. The last funeral I was at. What was the last funeral I was at? My grandmother's funeral. I think that was the last one I was at. During the wake, the body's sitting right there, in the casket. She's dolled up real nice, and like, everyone's just sitting there. They're sad. But in the other room, there's a kitchen, and there's just like snacks and food, and people are just having conversation, and they're just like eating, just like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, I partake in it because it's just kind of culture, but like, shouldn't we be grieving? Like, why are there like fucking sandwiches here? Like, why are there like rolled up fucking ham sandwiches or some shit? Like, that's
well, you gotta eat.
I understand, but like, there's a time and a place.
So you're saying that at a funeral it should just be sadness and no other emotion? You should not be hungry. No. You should just be somber.
I wish, but no. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. I do wish that, but that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
And not even the funeral part. This is the wake part. Like, the day before the funeral, where you just look at the body and you pay respects. That part. Why is there food?
Because it's an all-day thing. You're there for like over 12 hours.
Step outside. There's a McDonald's around the corner. There's a sad, depressed McDonald's around the corner. So
you're saying in the funeral home it should just be sadness?
I mean, the way if you put it that way, yeah, it sounds dumb. I want nothing but sadness. Stop smiling. Why are you talking about football? It's the way we go about it is weird. Like, is this really respectful? It's just like, this woman was a child of God, and she read her Bible, and she followed the law as best she could and whatnot. Uh, we're eating. We're eating food. I don't know. It's just strange to me. Like,
You know what? That's an. I'll ask you about funerals in a bit because I actually want to hear your thoughts on this. But I want to go back to the retirement thing because I got to finish my thought out before I forget.
yeah. Finish.
But anyway, today I get sent a picture in our teams messages with this man's empty cubicle and a statement saying it's a little quiet around here. And I literally saw it and I was like, what the fuck? Why are we taking a picture? He didn't die, guys. He went to retirement. Can we be happy for the man that worked for 37 years, that worked his ass off for this corporation or whatever? Can we just be happy for the man? And you're making it about yourself, being like sad and sad emojis after an empty cubicle?
When you put it like that. When you put it like that, that's a little much. You're right. He didn't die. So it shouldn't be that dramatic. Now let me ask you this.
Wait, what is a little much about? Oh, the cold heart. You're saying number 2 for being cold hearted?
You're Jesus. You're a cold hearted bitch. I just how do you live like this? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. No, those are part you just mentioned. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's that crazy.
Oh, when you're making it about yourself.
Yeah, that's the part. Yeah. I don't know if it's maybe unintentionally. This person who's sending it is making it about themselves. But let me ask you this: depending on the person who sent that photo, their time at this company, would you feel the same way? If this was like a 40-year person who's been here for 40 years, or is this someone that's been there for like a year? Would your opinion be different?
Yes, my opinion would be very different. This is a newer person that's been there for about a year, maybe less than a year. So this man and this other man and the 37-year retiree had a relationship maybe for a year working together. It's not like, oh, we started working the same year within the same couple of years and we've been here this long and we built this relationship in work, outside of work. Like, okay, and even then, I just wouldn't be posting it in a Teams message for our all 15, 16 people in our department to see. Like, why? If you genuinely are that sad and you just want to, like, be somber and go look at his empty cubicle, keep it to yourself.
Exactly. Go put flowers on his tombstone /
Again, and he didn't die. The man didn't die. Can we just, like, celebrate the fact that he is now retired? He's gonna enjoy life. Like, this man is full of life. Like, this man travels, he hikes, he does all this stuff. Like, I can understand him being sad because it's the end of an era for him. I understand his sadness. I don't understand other people's sadness. Why are you sad?
Let me ask you this. Out of all the people who were involved, not involved, but they were there to witness it and they know this person, how many of them would you be like, this is fine? Doing all this, that's fine because that's you.
One person.
Oh, shit.
because this person worked side by side, and I literally mean side by side, like side by side for 2 full years, basically.
Okay. That yeah.
I mean, and yeah, 2 full years of side by sideness. You know, he was her mentor. I definitely understand that type of relationship. Yes. Anybody else? No, I don't. And yeah, no, I don't get it. I was kind of like, am I being cold hearted because everybody else is putting sad face emojis to a picture of an empty cubicle? Again, the man did not die. He literally just retired. And then, another person sent a screenshot that said X person removed retiree's name from the chat. Somebody took a screenshot of that and then was like, and then it got more sad emojis, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I feel like this is a happiness era for him, and like that's what we need to focus on, and that's what we need to think about. And that's it.
I think so. Putting on my therapist glasses.
Go ahead.
Childhood traumas. I think more so, let's go back to the part where you said if you saw someone crying, you're running in the other direction.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so the emotion of sadness that makes you uncomfortable and pretty much irritates you. So, regardless of whether or not these people are actually sad, and I think they are, to their own degree, I think it's just more so. It's just like get this fucking sadness away from me. Like fuck off. Like this man doesn't have to work anymore. Like let's be happy for him, like you
Yeah.
said earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't, I don't think it's much the actual person that's bothering you. It's just like the emotion that's attached to it. It's just like get over
Oh
it.
yeah,
Get the fuck over
these
it.
people posting these pictures on Teams messages. I have nothing against them as people or anything like that, but just don't post that kind of shit in my Teams chat that I'm a part of.
Motherfucker,
You
if it
want
ain't positive, bitch, then you better not.
if you want to talk to all the other sad people about it, go ahead and you guys have a little sad club. But like, don't put it in a full team chat where like my bosses are a part of. Like, to me, no.
Now, did the bosses comment?
I
When it
actually
was?
don't know.
Oh, okay. I will say if the bosses don't comment, good. If they did, it's a little strange. Just a little
You
strange.
know, I don't know. I agree with you that I do think that the feeling of sadness makes me very uncomfortable all around. Um, yeah, I hate it.
And also I'm sure it upsets you. It's just like, damn, he retired. I want to be retired too. It's just like, what the hell are you sad for him for? Like,
What are you sad
I
for him
want to
for?
join him right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Just more so working for other people. I'm sick of working for
But
other
what was the
people.
other thing that got posted that I was like really annoyed about? Like,
Oh,
he talked at one of our we have like a corporation, like all people on deck have this meeting and we just get to hear like updates and he got asked, I don't want to say 2-3 months ago to speak at it. Anybody who retires who's been at the corporation for a long time gets asked to speak and he did an amazing job speaking. He had like maybe a 10-minute little block to talk. But then he got asked about like, oh, I'm trying to get the recording of when he spoke at the meeting and because apparently they only get posted for a short time and then they get deleted and I'm gonna ask the archives to see if what are you gonna do with that fucking recording?
yeah. I meant
What's happening with that record? If anything, he could have asked for like, hey, since I spoke at the meeting, I like to keep it in my memory, part of my memories. Working at this corporation for a long time. That's his. What are you gonna do with it?
you know what? If it turns out that maybe one day he reaches out, he's like, "Oh man, you know what? I wish I could have that recording of me speaking. That way I have a little something to remember by or whatever the case may be." Then you can be like, "You know what? Lucky for you, John Doe over here grabbed it from IT. IT helped me out. Here you go, son of a bee." And done, finito. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, there's no other reason. That video slash photo is just gonna be put in the same place as your fireworks videos, right? Your Fourth of July fireworks videos. Nobody's watching that.
No,
Nobody's watching that shit.
no. So anyway, comment if you think I'm being a cold-hearted bitch, or comment if you relate to me in some sort of extent. Maybe not to the fullest, but anyway, that's just how I feel, and I was very annoyed with that. And anyway, now if you know me personally, don't come to me when you're sad. I don't want to hear it. Go talk
Don't come to me when
to
you're sad.
somebody else. Like go talk to somebody that's a hugger. Go talk to somebody that handles emotions better than I do. But look, you wanna party, you wanna like hang out, you wanna play games, you wanna laugh your ass off. Talk to me. I'm that gal.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
that gal. You want to watch some UFC fights? You want to go to a football game, basketball game, any sport, athletic event? And talk to me. Otherwise, if you're sad, don't talk to me.
Yeah, no. Fuck that shit.
Well, and here's the thing: I welcome sadness to a very, very small group of people. Baby, if you're sad, you can talk to me about being sad. I will accept that. I will cry with you.
I would hope so. I mean,
Yes.
there should always be if you have friends, if you have family,
Yeah.
if you even have enjoyable
Yeah.
coworkers, hey, talk to me.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Right.
You know.
Here's the thing. You're the very small people in my hands I can count. There's definitely less than 10 people in my hands that I can say, you're sad, come talk to me. And I will comfort you. And my way of comforting you is to make you laugh somehow. It's about only 10 people. Everybody else. And here's the thing. At this point, you know who you are.
That's true. I mean, it's nice of you. You're at 10. I'm at 8.5.
You're 8.5. I mean, actually,
I know a
well,
guy. He
if I
lost
start
his.
counting, I'm like,
I was gonna
it'll
say.
probably be way less than 10.
I mean,
But I know it's more than 5.
I know the guy lost his legs in Vietnam, but 8.5.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just annoyed. Just annoyed. I'm so happy for him. I'm just like so happy for him.
It's just like you have the other.
We've been, I mean, he's been counting down the days for his retirement. We've been counting down the day. Can you imagine, like, especially after working at the same place for 37 years?
That's
like,
rough.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's very rough.
And,
The fact that you stuck around for this long.
I was gonna say I enjoy what I do, but 30 years, let alone 10 years, I don't know if I'll make it to 10. To be honest with you, that's
So
too
to
much.
me, I'm just like, hey, mad respect.
Mm-hmm.
Wish you nothing but the best.
But like, we're done. This chapter is over.
Yeah, forget about work. Don't think about work ever. Don't think about any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about any of us.
Yeah.
Unless you generally want to keep any sort of relationship with, then anyway.
Just yeah. In short, it's okay. Do your grieving. I mean, because I guess we could technically put this under grieving. But then move on. It's just like you can't be that sad for someone, especially if they're not dead, if they're not sick, if they're not Green Bay Packers fans. I'm gonna keep bringing that up.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my thing. Okay, now talking about back to funerals.
Back to funerals.
Okay, so what do you want your funeral to look like? So I'll tell you mine, so you have some time to think about it. Because I just saw this thing. It was on Threads, and it was about that I want to have a rescue dog event at my funeral. And if you don't adopt a dog, I'm haunting your ass.
Wait a minute. So not only do people have to pay the respects to your carcass, you're gonna make them adopt a dog?
Yeah.
You're a
That's
monster.
gonna bring happiness for the next couple years.
Alive and dead, you're a monster. Alive and dead. That is crazy. So you're not gonna give me a homework assignment as you're listen, and I'll make sure you're dead before I am. You will be dead before I am. You're not giving me homework. Right? Here's what's gonna happen.
Why? Why
I'm
do
gonna pay
I
respect.
Be dead before you?
Don't ask many questions. I'm gonna pay my respects. I'm tossing the dogs in there, and then I'm saying goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, they'll be dead too. I just have them stuffed in the back there, so just don't worry about it.
Yeah, obviously. I got that from you saying that. That's horrible. Oh, I'm definitely
no, but no. In all seriousness, though, I do like that. It's just like it's a rescue dog kind of thing. I mean, don't force people to rescue a dog, but like definitely, like someone's gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, let me take that dog. What is his name? Stephanie? Oh, it's only got one eye.
Here's the thing, though. There's plenty of people in my life that I would be like, you should not own a dog. So I'll leave a list and I'll be like, hey, make sure that this person does not adopt a dog.
Somewhere they're like, I'll take one golden retriever. I'm gonna come up and be like,
you're on
nah, naughty list, nah. Give him a gerbil or something. Start them off with a gerbil.
But I will
maybe
say
a sock.
But I will say though that I do think it's and again to each their own, because like it's your right, it's your funeral, you could decide what you want to do with your funeral, it's your right. However, I find it a little odd. I don't find it odd when people are like, I want it to be a party. I want you to have food. I want you to have drinks.
Irish funeral.
Have a good time.
Irish funeral.
I think.
I was gonna say, someone's outside of our door right now about to murder us. Let's finish this podcast. Then we can die afterwards.
I think I find it a little odd when
Yes, we're all thrown off. This is all this noise.
They said something. They mentioned dogs.
Oh, did they? I didn't hear that part. Oh, okay. I know. Just listen, everyone listening. I know you can't hear what we're hearing right now, but yeah, there was some voices outside our door. The dogs are barking, and they mentioned the word dogs. So I think I'm gonna have to go cut a bitch.
Yeah, something about keep the dogs back or something. We're gonna have to keep the dogs back. That's what I heard him say. I don't know. Anyway,
we'll figure that out. I mean, I doubt it's for us though.
Yeah, no.
We didn't order anything.
No.
Male strippers.
Anyway, I understand the whole like have a good time at a funeral and it's fun times or whatever. I think I find it odd when like like you request a banda or a mariachi or like I'm just like that's a little too much. I
It's dead.
understand like have drinks, have fun, like
Mhm.
I lived, especially if it's one of those like I lived a full life, but otherwise it's kind of like why are we having a band here?
Why is there a band? That's too much. That's too much. So yeah, okay. So you're set on like doing a rescue little like a kind of a rescue dog party and dog
Well,
rescue party.
seeing as I'm not super close to death, knock on wood. Superstitious. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Knocking on wood.
Seeing as I'm not close to death, I don't know what I want. I just know I want to get cremated, and I want you to put my ashes in like a beach or something.
At a beach.
Yeah.
Okay. A clean beach or a dirty beach?
Obviously, a clean beach.
A domestic beach or an international beach?
How about half and half? Half in Miami, half in Greece.
Well, are you gonna take me to Greece first? You gotta take me to
A
Greece.
little money for you.
Yeah, your wife didn't leave anything, but she does expect you to take her ashes 5 million miles. Well, I've always been the person that's just like, well, I'm dead, so what the fuck do I care what y'all do to my body? I think either I want to be cremated or I want to donate my body to science.
To science? Okay.
Not to science, to the NFL. Tortas will be served at my funeral. You're having
Okay.
tortas.
Okay.
Just asada, just to keep it simple.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to make options, if you want to be bougie and add a second meat option, that's
Yeah.
fine. Third, if you're really fancy.
Yeah.
But like, I want you, because you know how I don't know how it is for anybody else's, but for like Mexican Catholic funerals, you're in the room during the wake, and there's a bench there, so like you can basically kneel in front of the casket and do your little
Mhm.
prayer or whatnot. I need people, if you're gonna be sitting there, there's gonna be a torta waiting for you, and you have to eat it as you're like paying your respects to me. Don't make that face.
That's sickening.
What's sickening?
What if I drop like carne asada in your body or al pastor or
Oh, well,
something?
you're assuming you're over. You're not over my body. You're next to it. Are you Mexican? Are
I
you
am
brown as hell?
Mexican. Okay, baby, those dead bodies that are sitting in the casket, they smell like formaldehyde. You want me to eat a torta next to formaldehyde
Who's
smelling
asking you
body?
to sniff the body? First of all, what are you doing
I
sniffing
can
my?
sniff
I didn't
it
give you
from
I did not give you consent to sniff my body. I did not give you consent. That's going to be in my will. Wife will not sniff husband. No, first of all, formaldehyde. Again, these big ass college words. Fuck off with the college words.
I don't even know if I said that right or not.
You actually said it perfectly.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah. And that word always reminds me of Maniscalco.
What?
He was talking about he basically he had to go to a neighbor's yard because like the cable he had to help install and the cables were kind of running through the neighbors. So
Yeah.
he goes to his neighbors, he knocks, he's with the cable guy. The homeowner opens and he's wearing a full medical mask. And at no point does he address it. And so he's like, "Hey, how can I help you?" He goes, "Hey, what's going on?" And Sebastian's like, "What's going on in here? I'm gonna send Jose to your backyard to get some cables. Is he coming back without a head?" Then he goes back to home to his wife. He's like, "Put the for sale sign up. We're moving." She's like, "Why? Why? Because the guy next door has 16 bodies in formaldehyde in the yard. Pack up. We're leaving."
I can totally see it. You got to show me that clip.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You'll love it. No, but like listen. If you're not eating a torta, you're not welcome. Entry is one torta eaten, or half a torta. I'll give you half. You have to have half a torta before you walk into my funeral.
No, now you're changing it.
You have to be dressed like Elvis before you walk into my funeral.
That sounds more like your Maz. But you said I have to eat the torta in front of your dead.
Yeah. Yeah, not on the dead body. You're not using my body as a table.
Okay.
My body's a temple, not a table. Ah, see what I did there?
Okay. Oh.
Anyway,
man.
this is weird. I hate funerals. I love it. I love it.
I hate sadness.
But this is not what we were supposed to talk about today. We were
No.
supposed to talk about stardust and rainbows.
Dude, I forgot what we were going to say.
What's up, dog?
Talk about.
Anyway, you wanted to talk about like Jesus or something? Like you said you wanted to bring up religion or whatever, politics. This is something.
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
I'm so good. I'm so good.
Okay. Did you know that the man flu is a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're done for the rest of the podcast.
This is good for you. This is good for you.
I'm waiting.
So apparently, people always hear that there's the man. Oh, is it the flu or is it the man flu? Because guys get sick and they cry like little babies about getting sick, and the women, shed their uterine lining every 28 days, and they don't bitch about it. And then
you set aside a time to shed your inner lining.
Yeah, it's called my period.
Oh, you set me up so fucking. I fucking hate you. Yes. I'm so confused. Oh my god. You made me look so dumb right now. I'm not talking for the rest of this podcast. Take over. You set me up. That's awful.
Anyway, women shed their their uterine lining every 28 days. And don't complain, childbirth multiple times. Multiple
if
times.
if you're not giving birth to triplets, the hell are you crying about? The fuck are you crying about?
But God forbid the man gets a cold and it's game over.
First of all, go suck a lemon. Have you ever dealt with the sniffles? Jesus. You want that? Yeah.
But anyway, my friends and I were talking about the man flu, and then one of us I forgot who it was. It wasn't me, obviously, but did a search, and the man flu is a thing, like statistically. So actually, I'm gonna pull this up, but
shed my uterine lining. Fuck off. I can't get over that.
So, okay, man flu is a slang term describing the tendency for men to experience and report more severe symptoms from the common cold or influenza, often seen as exaggerating their suffering. Studies suggest some biological backing, as lower immune responses in men may lead to worse symptoms, lasting 3 to 7 days with high fatigue, aches, and congestion.
Have you ever been congested?
So basically, oh man, the freaking thing.
Right, more excuses. More excuses.
Excuses for what?
I know you're literally like. So basically, here's what I learned from what you just read and told me off microphone, that basically women need to have a stronger immune system because, first of all, you create human life in your bodies, so your immune system should be stronger than ours. Right? You have our weak. Imagine our weakest immune systems trying to have a baby and push it out. That thing's gonna be. That thing's gonna be all kinds of messed up.
So basically, these are the two facts. So man flu is a colloquial term for the tendency of men to exaggerate the severity of mild respiratory illnesses like a common cold. While often considered a joke or stereotype, some evidence suggests that lower immune responses to viruses can cause men to experience worse or longer lasting symptoms than women. This is coming from Harvard Health, okay? Another one. Some studies suggest that biological differences play a role. Testosterone may weaken the immune response while estrogen boosts it.
So you're basically saying being a man is what causes us to be sick.
To be even more sick.
So the manlier you are, the worse your immune system is.
The more testosterone you have, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so I read that yesterday and I was like, oh shit. I mean, we always joke about the man flu, or God forbid. But like, no, it's like a thing. It's because you guys have testosterone, we have estrogen, and estrogen helps fight off the viruses, whereas testosterone actually weakens your immune system. And then there was something else, but I can't find it today. But it said something about like basically the man. They may have to do because the man is like the body is focused on strength, because the man is like basically supposed to be like the the moneymaker, or the breadwinner or whatever. So it's all about like strength, like how much you can lift and
like
how much you can do. So like your body was made for that purpose. And like you said, the woman's body is to procreate. So, you need to protect life, and she needs to have more protections overall.
So what I'm hearing basically is men are strong on the outside, women are strong on the inside.
Well, that's a good way to put it.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
I win. But yeah, no, because there's a lot of discussion too. Like you talk about biology and anatomy, and just if you say, oh, traditionally and on average, women are physically weaker than men,
Yeah.
right? And there's a whole uproar. What? How dare you say that? That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But then you look on the inside, it's just like, yeah, like we catch a cold, we're down. We're down for a few
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
right? For women, you give them fucking Ebola and COVID, they'll shake that off in 2 days.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, yeah, we're physically strong. You guys are internally strong.
Yeah.
And I don't know about emotionally
Yeah.
strong, but you're like spiritually strong.
Yeah,
would
because I
say that.
remember when I got COVID, it was like body aches. I remember getting body aches. And I think that's it. But you were like,
I couldn't swallow.
you
I-
couldn't swallow.
my
Your
throat-
throat was
mhm.
just like super swollen. We had to take you to get like, you had to get antibiotics.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you lost like 10 pounds or something
Mhm.
crazy
And
in
like
like the
a
week or
couple
whatever.
days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a couple days.
And I know COVID was its own monster or whatever, but like, but even when you get sick,
I go
where
down.
like you get
Yeah.
strep and like, again, you need antibiotics and blah blah. Where like I can basically just like get some over the counter stuff and I'll probably be fine in a couple
But then,
days.
and then also it goes back to like how often we get sick too. I don't
Yeah.
think men get sick a lot, but when they do,
That's true.
yeah, it knocks them down.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, I guess is, would you rather have a lot of little sicknesses, cough,
No,
sniffles, or just like one, like fuck, I can't feel my throat, I haven't eaten 4 days,
Yeah, that.
and then you're good for like 7
Yeah,
months.
exactly. Yep.
That's way
Yep.
better.
Yeah, way
so,
better.
So you do agree that men are the dominant species?
No.
I win again.
No, but anyway, I thought that was an interesting fact that I learned.
I love that
yesterday.
you brought. I'm glad
Yeah.
you remembered to bring that up. 'Cause
I did.
we had a great conversation that off mic too. So
Yeah.
can we go back to the part where you're supposed to apologize for setting me up? I got set up. I'm over here like, what are you talking? You don't rip nothing, you silly goose. And you're like, duh.
I literally thought you knew what the hell I was talking
And
about.
I should have known.
I said every 28 days. Like, that's common sense.
You know what? Because I trust you so much. I said she won't lead me down a whole bad rabbit hole, and here I am, looking like a goof. Now all the women who listen to this are gonna laugh at me. Do you feel good about that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah, fuck. All right. What are your closing arguments? I never had an argument, but what's your
Not
closing?
really. Not really. Just if you're sad, don't come near me.
And if you're sick, don't come near me.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, that's true.
For you, sadness. For me, sickness.
Even though I literally just talked about this at work, because there's a couple of people at work that get sick pretty often, and it's because they have kids, and kids just have germs. And
it's a whole nother podcast.
and
episode.
and I was like, we're going on vacation in May, and no one get me sick. Like I was like, all you guys that get sick often and have kids and stuff, you better stay away from me. Between mid and late May.
Yeah.
Don't come near me.
That reminds me too of the trip. Like we ended up going to San Francisco, but originally we were supposed to go, and I had tickets for a basketball. Right, I had tickets for the Golden State Warriors, and literally the next day,
and the 49ers.
That's what I'm saying. Saturday was the basketball game. Sunday was going to be the fucking football game. It was so fucking perfect.
And what happened?
And bitch ass COVID had to jump in and be like,
Yeah.
"Hi, can I play?"
Yeah.
You stupid idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, lucky for anyone wondering, I just broke even. Like I got my money back for both tickets.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't.
still,
I was as I mean, 'cause, I'm a sports fan. Like
Yeah.
I'm not as big a basketball fan as I never really was, but
Yeah.
now I'm way so even less now.
Yeah.
But come on, man! You don't tell a guy like me that you can go to an NBA game and then an NFL game.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to
Yeah.
Candlestick Park. That's the 49ers.
Oh.
Or it used to be Levi. Now it's but fuck, man. Another stadium I could have crossed off my list.
Yeah.
But
Well, we'll just have to go back to San Fran.
oh, I guess we'll have to do another vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, listen. For us, sadness is awkward. If you ask my sister, she'll laugh. Not because it's funny, but just because it's so awkward. Like she doesn't know how to express her emotions in those moments. So it's always funny for her. It's just everyone's crying and she's in the corner like yeah, fellas, if you get sick, you're not weak. You're just not a woman. You're welcome. Wait, that's a compliment to you all. To you people. All right. I've been Barberini. That's been Scabarelli. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Comment, subscribe, share. Especially this one. Share this to other people. I think they can relate to any coworkers, any friends who act like this, to talk like this, and just, if I can just say, My final thoughts, like Jerry Springer. And if you know who Jerry Springer is, you're too old. Until next week, a toodaloo.